Welcome back, everybody, to the Bears from Plays YouTube channel. I am recording late, a little late than I usually do, so I'm going to keep my voice down just a little bit. But the Tennessee game just finished up, just watched it. UCLA makes a little bit of a push, but Tennessee had that game under wraps for most of the game. It was a 4-4 day on Saturday. You see the account sitting at 400. Well, I had a little bit of a mishap today. I've been telling you guys I'm trying not to chase, and oh boy. Let's just go to it. God, you see them all there. Oh, Jesus. Oh, my God. There's the parlay that we lost. St. John's, 200 live chase when they went down by 6. There's the original bet. St. John's, 200 live bet at halftime. St. John's, 200 live bet on the money line when they were down by, I believe, 2 with 10 minutes or 12 minutes. Brutal. And I mean brutal from the Johnnies, just taking all my money today. I, in my head, was thinking, well, Arkansas shooting 40% at half. St. John's is at 20%. They were up by 4 before the 7-0 run. St. John's is now 20% down 3, 20% difference in the law of averages. We are winning the hustle stats. We're winning the rebounds. We're winning the turnovers. We're winning the assists. So we're playing the better basketball. And then my brain turned off, put all those bets in, and lost them all. But the plays today went 4-4. So we are still going to keep on keeping on. Just poor decision-making by myself. So hopefully nobody did that. I'm sure a lot of people took St. John's money line live. I mean, Arkansas is a good team. I didn't think they'd beat St. John's. St. John's couldn't make a shot to save their life. R.J. Lewis, 2 of 18. I don't want to call him worthless, but he was worthless today. And Rick sent him on the bench for the last 3 minutes. Says a lot. Says a lot about that young man. Says a lot about the decision on the coaching staff. He was the Big East. I think he was the Big East Player of the Year, was he not? And you're putting him on the bench for the last 3 minutes in a 2-point game in the March Madness tournament. I don't know what was wrong with him. His teammate Zuby was literally shaking him on the court, trying to wake him up. And just never got through to him. So just a bad day. People have bad days. It's not his fault that they lost, but he didn't help the situation. People have bad days. I get it. We're gonna move on though. Talking about every game, $50 on every game. Florida going up against UConn. UConn, they beat Oklahoma. Oklahoma's a decent team. They're not a good team by any means. I did give UConn the respect of advancing in my bracket because of the head coach. I think Florida rolls. Norfolk. The head coach said after the game, told you we weren't a 30-point underdog. I feel like Florida's going to cover this one. Florida could have easily won that game by 70 points. They took the gas off the pedal 10 minutes into the game. Horrible decision for them. Don't think it's going to happen in this game. Florida minus 8.5. Duke, this is the best play of the day. I think Duke's the best team right now, especially with Cooper Flag. The way these guys are playing right now, I feel like nobody's going to be able to stop them. Baylor's not a very good team. Mississippi State's not a good team at all. Baylor's not very good. Duke could potentially put up 90, 100 points in this game. Baylor, 50, 60. I think this is going to be an absolute blowout. This is going to be the best play of the day for myself. Duke minus 11.5 will be the play there. I like Illinois in this game going up against Kentucky. I think the Kentucky defense is going to let them down this one. If Kentucky's not making their shots, if Kentucky does get fast break points, Illinois is going to dominate them. Illinois played an extremely great game against Xavier. Xavier's a pretty good team. I think Illinois wins this one comfortably. Minus 1.5 for Illinois. St. Mary's against Alabama. I understand the concern for Alabama after the first game against Robert Morris. And then this is a matchup made in hell for them. St. Mary's plays at such a slow pace with a decent offense, a very efficient offense. Has great defensive play. One of the better centers on the defensive side as well. Has great outside shooting with the guards. Alabama is a different monster. They did not play well in the first game. They're going to correct that mistake. Grant Nelson looked healthy. He came off the bench because he was hurt, wasn't supposed to play in the opening day game. He played. He looked great. He looked well-rested. He looked fine. I think Bama dominates St. Mary's in this one. Minus 5.5 is a disrespectful number to one of the best teams in the country. Not trying to say St. Mary's isn't good, but this is one of the better teams in the country. Minus 5.5, bad number there. Taking the points. I love the Crab 5. You guys know that. Maryland was one of my picks to make a deep run. I'm going to take Colorado State. Memphis, they tried to bully ball Colorado State down low. Did a pretty good job, but Colorado State made a lot of second-half adjustments, and they made some shots in the second half. Colorado State beat Memphis. Maryland's going to try to bully you down low. Maryland's also been known to go on a lot of cold streaks We saw that early in the game against Grand Canyon. Maryland obviously rolled over them, but Colorado State's a much better opponent than Grand Canyon. I'm going to take Colorado State to cover the number there. Ole Miss against Iowa State. Chris Beard factor for Ole Miss, but good coach, not a great person, Chris Beard. I'm going to go with Iowa State, though. No Gilbert, no problem against Lipscomb. A lot of people thought Lipscomb might give them some trouble, including myself. This is just a really good team. We saw those games against BYU, and clearly BYU is a very, very good team. I know it was a 2-point game against Wisconsin, but they were up by 10 with 3 minutes left. Shouldn't have been that close of a game. I'm going to take Iowa State, minus 5.5. It feels like a lot, 5.5, but we've seen Ole Miss go on really, really bad stretches of basketball. Poor defense, poor offense. I think that's going to be the same. This Iowa State defense is pretty good themselves. Give me the minus 5.5 there. New Mexico against Michigan State. Michigan State's my team. Yes, they got off to a slow start. Yes, it looked like Brian might win 10 minutes in the game. Did Michigan State make adjustments? They sure did. Did they make threes? They sure did. Did they get stopped at the end of the game to cover the spread? They sure did. Michigan State minus 7.5 against New Mexico. Donovan Dent might be a problem, but I'm going to take Michigan State minus 7.5. Oregon, Arizona, this is going to be a great matchup. I kind of hope Oregon wins, but I got to go with Arizona here. Caleb Love did not play well in that first game. Arizona still won by 20+. I think Arizona is just deep. They're more athletic. They've got better shooters on the outside. Biddle, what's that kid's name? The Oregon. I'm looking right at him. Hit that deep three against Wisconsin to send that game to overtime. Whenever Wisconsin was up 12 in the right before the conference tournament. Shellstad. I couldn't think of his name. Shellstad, really good guard for them, but Arizona, too much, too big, too physical. Minus 3.5 there. That is the last game on Sunday. Let's go put them all in. No parlay today because I can't afford a parlay. Oh, now I can. Tennessee hit. Well, look at that. Oh, no, we don't want that. Well, maybe. Do we? Would be something. Hit them all. I don't think that's happened yet. That hasn't happened yet. Let's get them in. Let's build the parlay. I like the parlay idea. We got loose change in there. All right, those are in. We're going to save ourselves 50 just in case. You know what? Let's just do the 98-21 parlay. Let's go big or go home. What can we put in? What are we confident about? I'm confident about Duke against the spread. I think this is going to be the best play of the day. I'm also confident in Florida. I know UConn's a scary-looking name and a scary-looking coach. I just don't like their team. I don't think they're very good. So we're going to go Florida and Duke. We're going to go against the spread for this parlay. Also, both of these 1 seeds, top class. Those are the 2 best teams in the country right now. Alabama, minus 5.5. We could be conservative and go spread, but we were conservative yesterday. It didn't matter, so we might as well go with spreads today. Colorado State, Michigan State, Arizona money line at the last game to round us out. 4-legger. I like it. We'll go 4 legs here. 98-21. Let's try to get some money back from St. John's. That's it. Let's do the recap graphic before we get out of here. I did update it. Let's go full screen on this. Sorry. Can't see it, but it's like that. Full screen on this bad boy. Yeah. Okay, this is something that we actually need to talk about. Loss, day 1. Loss, day 2. Loss, day 3. I can't get a winner to start the day. That's it. That's one of the major problems. We can put 4-4 now for today because Tennessee just covered. We got to start off hot in one of these times. So hopefully with Florida and Duke back to back, I think we can start off with a couple winners to start Sunday. But guys, it's going to do it for the NCAA basketball picks and props for Sunday, March 23rd slate of games. If you guys enjoyed the content, please sure drop a like this video and subscribe channel below. See you guys next video, and thanks for watching.